Okay, I'm going to continue on looking at now overlay transforms, or transforms that require more than one input. And first, we're going to go ahead and just take a look at the files that we've got. So there's our country file. And then the second file, just so you know, it appears empty, but actually there's a box here. It's just that the window fit perfectly to the box. So that actually worked. And then here we can go ahead and do a union, which will union these two files together. And again, I'm going to go ahead and show the output and comment out these two views. And you should see that it takes our countries file and then our overlay file, which is just a box, and it puts them together into a single shapefile, or unions them together. Okay, we can also do an intersection. These are operations that you may be familiar with from ArcGIS or another GIS package. So now, oh, and actually this does both. Oh, I'm sorry. This one's a little different. I forgot to add the show. So the first code here does an intersection between countries and the overlay, and then a difference between the countries and the overlay. So let's go ahead and run those and see what they do. And then I've got a show to show the data sets for each of them. All right, so there's an intersection of our box, and you can just see all that's left is a little bit of Africa. And we run that, you'll see difference is like clip in ArcGIS. It cuts out the area of one shapefile from another. All right. Next up, we're going to look at relates, or transforms that relate two shapefiles or data sets or geometries together. And we can go ahead and look for an intersection. In other words, to see, are there any features within the country's shapefile or the overlay file that intersect. We know that the box overlaps with Africa, so that comes back as true. And the next section is going to be touches. So this is going to return true if any of the shapes touch but do not intersect between these two. Okay, and that comes back false because overlay, it overlaps with them, but it doesn't just touch them, it also overlaps. Disjoint is going to return true if any of the features do not overlap with a feature in the other file. So that is true because there's a number of countries that don't overlap at all with our bounding box that we created. And overlaps says, do any of the features in one shapefile overlap with another? And of course that's true. Crosses is interesting. I'm not going to use this one because it's really used for checking to see if two lines intersect and result in a point. Contains is an important one because it checks to see are the features entirely within the other one. Ooh, and that should say contain. And here that's going to return false because we know our box isn't contained inside. And I'll talk a little bit more about how to use these functions in the next video.